America, a decent place to live, inhabited with some intensely stupid citizens. Citizens we call Americunts. Someone needs to educate these people, help these people, and if you American't or don't marijuana, then through the amazing superpower of common sense, Phoenix West Amera will.
Hello citizens, I'm Phoenix West from Loitering In Wonderland. Welcome to the first episode of Americant. Full disclosure, I debated calling this show Americunt. Because let's be honest, we're a bunch of cunts in this country. If you don't believe me, go on Facebook for 10 seconds. Which you're already probably on at the same time you're watching this because you're a fucking dildo. Anyway, I didn't go with Americunt because that would be really hard to put on TV under that name if things go well here. So welcome to Americant, episode 1. And without further ado, Christmas trees. How many of you guys put up Christmas trees? But how many of you actually know why? Put your fucking hand out, I'm not taking count. This is a Christian holiday. That's not news for you. That's not a revelation. We all know that. But this wasn't how they celebrated birthdays back then. That shit didn't happen. There was no tree involved. And I checked, guys. The fucking tree itself doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't. I gave it a list of chores. Didn't take out the trash, didn't do the dishes, didn't teach me Spanish or cello. None of that happened. Yet somehow, someone has convinced us to put up this giant dead tree in the corner of our living rooms for a month and just fucking see what happens. Shove shit below it that costs all of our money. Expensive shit. Shit we saved all year for. Shit we're in debt for. My parents are probably still paying 24% interest in the original Nintendo. Christmas time is here, now we know. Christmas time is here and so. And that's a great plan. We should totally do that every year. Meanwhile, the tree lords above the expensive shit and just rots all over it. It would be like perching up Grandpa's corpse in the corner of the living room, wrapping him in lights just for the hell of it. What's the fucking point? Are we supposed to pretend it's still alive? Because I sort of understand when people do this with a beautiful bouquet of flowers. But a bouquet of flowers is this big, and a Christmas tree is like this, like an 8-foot bouquet of flowers. It's basically the size of a decent center in the NBA. Only this bouquet of flowers is rotted out and dried out like the fucking Sahara Desert. So basically it's a big piece of tinder we put in the corner of our living rooms, cover it in glass, cover it in tinsel, cover it in strings of lights that require electricity, and then we plug it into the electricity that can totally burn it down. Flames spreading upstairs to hang out with your kids and shit. This whole ritual could potentially be a really depressing news story for the rest of us on Christmas morning. But no, we ignore all that. We put up this giant, dead, killer tree in our living rooms. This fucker's dead. It's a goddamn dead tree guarding the room made for the living. A room so full of life that the room itself is named after that fact. The irony can't be ignored here. I refuse. I'm taking this very seriously. We should probably calm down and take a little break. You listen to this story. I'm gonna go calm down. Fucking Nintendo. God damn Japanese. Fucking Nintendo. Sorry guys, I'm a little mad. You know what calms me down though? Is reading my favorite Christmas time poem. It's been a couple years, so I'm really excited. So here we go. Oh man, it's been a while. 'Tis Christmas time again, children, so clear out a little space. The corner of the living room is the ideal place. Time again for the best holiday tradition, the one that skips logic for superstition. Head to the woods and slaughter your enemy. It's hunting time for you and your family. Slit the throat of your prey until it surrenders its will. When it's weak and weary, go in for the kill. Family bonding with a Yuletide attack, snapping the neck with a chop and a crack. Put the body onto some tarp and wrap tight. Drag the corpse back to the car before day turns to night. Once home, stand up the body to seem alive and fine. Then decorate your kill. Spread wire around the zombie pine. Light it up so bright that even the neighbors can see. Disperse gifts underneath. Oh, what could they be? On Christmas Eve, you find yourself deep in a slumber, while your taxidermy prey is merely electricity-covered lumber. His zombie plane underway to take away your life begins to overheat, smoke suffocating you and your wife. The zombie tree is taking his revenge on his murderers with glee, lighting up your house so bright that even the birthday boy can see. Oh man, I feel better already. Credit cards aren't that big of a deal. Interest rates, hooey. Christmas time, I love it. What about you guys? All right, let's get back to the show. All right, come on. Let's talk about gathering Christmas trees on a more basic level for a moment. Let's just take a step back and observe it like we're seeing someone else do it for the first time. Let's pretend you're an alien observing human life. And you see this man, a human, wander out into the cold-ass woods with his family in tow, okay? So let's just say it's a traditional family, a husband, a wife, 2 kids. Oh, no, not that. No, different ones. A boy and a girl. Yeah, those ones. Those are fine. You know, traditional family. But the boy isn't the son of the father, and the girl isn't the daughter of the mother. They just sort of Brady Bunch this family together. And the mother and daughter are always arguing nonstop. Just, they don't quit. And the husband and son get along, though. Because, seriously, who gives a shit? They're stuck together. They might as well get along. Might as well. Anyway, traditional family. Well, I mean, she's cheating on him a lot. Like, a lot. Oh, yeah, that's bad. I shouldn't. That's for a different story for a different time. Sorry, guys. Oh, and he knows about it, too. But he kind of holds the pain deep inside. And it kind of comes out as passive-aggressive rants every once in a while. It's a really sad story, but let's stick to the Christmas trees, okay? Oh, this one time, that bitch was like all over the... Anyway, the family heads out into the freezing woods. The son dragging the axe behind him, the blade parting the snow, creating a trail. Very beautiful, very Norman Rockwell. Oh, God, no, not one of those. No. One of the pretty ones, one of the landscape one. Yeah, that one. Jesus Christ, guys. Anyway, the father finds a tree he likes, so he has the son hand him the axe. And just as he's about to take the chop, hears his wife yell at him, "I like the tree over here, the taller tree." They're from Jersey, apparently. And he explains very calmly that they're driving a Prius, and that the taller tree is probably not a good idea. And he expects his daughter to take a side, because she always does, but she doesn't. And he sees this really surprises the husband. So he withdraws his vote from the first tree. He could be wrong here. He heads on over to the taller tree, pulls back the axe, and proceeds to cut. But let's cover this from the tree's perspective for a moment, shall we? Creatures invade the land. And after a brief selection process, a tree is chosen. The tallest tree. The king tree, okay? And then the head creature pulls back his weapon and proceeds to cut the king tree's throat wide the fuck open, blood sap spraying across the snow like it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Because that's what the trunk of a tree is. It's the tree's throat. It's where it gets its food from. We're basically Terry Schiavoing this tree for our kids' amusement. And remember, you are an alien watching humans. There has to be something weird about watching a creature kill something that keeps it alive, truly biting the hand that feeds. Trees give us oxygen. We cut them down at Christmas time for absolutely no reason. Once the family's done butchering the tree, they wrap it in plastic sheeting and drag the carcass back to the Prius. The husband wants his photo taken with it like it's a prize buck. Look at this dildo. And then he's like, "Alright, let's strap this to the hood of a car. There's probably nothing living in it. It's lived in the woods its entire life, which is home to many woodland creatures, but it's probably been vacated of all life. I gave it a good shake before I strapped it to the hood of a car and made it a danger to the other motorists, assuming my knot tying skills haven't improved since Boy Scouts. And in absolutely no way would removing a wild animal from its habitat and wrapping it in plastic sheeting for 40 minutes enrage it further. That's what I believe. Those are my beliefs, Susan. My father told me that. Told me to pass it on down the line. Here we are, son." Meanwhile, it's covering both windshields because she had to go for the bigger tree. We only need 10% visibility to drive the kids home safely, right? You know. What was that you said the other day, Susan? We only need 10% of our brains? Well, I guess 10% of the windshield's plenty, right? That's plenty to drive the kids home safely. She's cheating on me. If you grew up in a non-winter state, I realize that previous scenario probably didn't feel too familiar for you. So let's do another example. But we're going to stick with the same family for simplicity's sake. And because they're so much fucking fun. Look at these guys. They're a laugh riot. They're so much fun. They invite me over every Christmas. It's so much fun. It gets awkward when the wife tries to fuck me in the bathroom. But I just ignore her advances. Anyway, the next section of the show is Americant Live. And the audio isn't the greatest, I'll be honest. But just go ahead and ignore that. It's just a couple minutes of material. Deal with it. Be a fucking adult. Thank you. Here you go.
Guys, Christmas time's coming. Christmas time. You know how I know in Arizona? Those random lots full of Christmas trees show up. The ones where they like have the pre-cut Christmas trees lined up where you can like walk along and judge them against each other, you know? It's basically like the tree equivalent of like a brothel roundup selection where you round up the whores. And you kind of pick one based on your racist preferences. You know, but like you have to bring your family there to pick out the tree prostitutes. So it's kind of weird. Just follow along. But in my scenario, it's a couple that's been together too long, and it's just like a quiet aggression toward each other because she's cheating on him and they both know it. Excuse me. And they both know it, but so the husband's just kind of walking along the lines, looking at the trees, just like a pink Goldilocks, like, oh, this Christmas tree's too tall. Oh, this one's too short. Oh, this one's just too dark. I don't like my trees too dark. Oh, Fred's gone. I was going to reference him. He ran off. I don't have a thing for dark trees. I just don't. I don't know. Some people do. That's fine. No bonsai trees either. I don't have yellow tree fever. I'm sorry. Boo. I just don't. I don't know. Oh, this one's too chubby. Oh, man. Oh, my God. How old is this tree? Is this old enough to be cut down? Oh, poor sweetie. How old? Oh, that's sad. I'm going to ignore you. Oh, man. Oh, this one's too droopy. Oh, shit. Look at these two. Twins. 2 trees. I never had 2 trees at the same time. Honey, Susan, do we have room for 2 trees in the house? And the kids just, Daddy, I want the small tree. Like, not fucking now, Dakota. Don't bother me. I want 2 trees right now. This is about me. Your mom gets 2 of everything else. Cheating whore. It's about me, okay? But cut to later, and he's bringing home the Channing Tatum tree. That Christmas tree with the 6-pack, the white teeth, the spray and tan. It's for her, not him, but he's willing to give it a try with a male tree, you know? Yeah, anything to keep that marriage rolling along, keep that denial train in the tracks, believe the lie, it's fine.
To summarize, you see the human family hunt the tree, kill the tree, or in the other example, have it pre-killed and set up in some sort of weird tree graveyard where they pick one out, which is just as weird to me in Alien Observing Human Life, if you remember correctly. Wrap it in plastic, strap it to the Prius, drive it home, put the carcass up in the corner, decorate it, and put it on display like it's some sort of weird funeral wake viewing for the tree for the neighbors that all come to witness and pay tribute to. And then, on Christmas morning, the family gathers around the tree for an hour tops. And then, after that hour, to complete the ritual, nobody gives a good goddamn about the tree anymore. That's it. That's all it gets. That's all the tree gets. That's the denouement of the tree. It's just a large nuisance now. Because the family has to remove the decorations, like they're disrobing and cleansing a prostitute that they all killed together. Because if CSI has taught me anything, it's to keep mementos of your kills, little trinkets. Then they gotta throw the dead whore tree's body out by the side of the road, which to be honest is like the Cadillac of dump sites if you're a dead prostitute. Much, much better than a shallow grave in the woods. Which is, ironically, where the tree was found. Hello, citizens. If you guys have any suggestions, anything you want to see, topics, or send me memes for the future videos. Obviously, I can't go back and change the old ones. I don't have that power yet. Send those to loiteringinwonderland@gmail.com. And check out this show on americantshow.com. That's right. And feel free, and I beg of you, to share this video with your friends and family and enemies and random people on the street. Just tackle them and be like, American! Like right in their ear. And they'll be like, what the fuck, why? And you're like, just look it up online, motherfucker, go. And then they'll run off. And then in their confusion later, or their concussion that you gave them, they'll be like, what was I supposed to do? And they'll, after they're done jerking off, they'll find American, or they'll jerk off to it. I don't know which. I don't care. Don't really care. But I appreciate all the help with sharing the show and helping us grow. Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West. So long, citizens.